me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god. Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top.
Welcome back to the Juggernaut Show, everybody. And today I'm here to give you a reaction video. Today I'm reacting to 13 wrestlers who ruined their legacy after a failed Money in the Bank cash-in. And this is from the Wrestling Update. The original video is down in the link below, so you guys can go down there if you guys want to watch the original video. But yeah, we're going to see who the 13 wrestlers were who ruined their legacy. Let's see who they were. So let's get started with this reaction.
One superstar cashed in and never returned to TV again. Another was so unpopular with fans, WWE erased his win from history. But the worst part? These weren't one-time mistakes. These 13 Money in the Bank winners proved that WWE doesn't always reward the best. Sometimes they reward the biggest disasters. Stay until number 1 because the fall from grace was so brutal it nearly ended a career. Jack Swagger, 2010, the champion nobody wanted. Swagger was a blue-chip athlete. NCAA wrestling
Swagger
champion.
was pretty bad.
WWE thought he could be the next Kurt Angle. So in 2010, they pulled the trigger. He won the briefcase at WrestleMania. But then, they rushed it. Swagger cashed in on Chris Jericho just 2 nights later. No build, no hype, no emotional connection. And worse, he couldn't connect with the crowd. Swagger lacked presence. He was stiff on the mic. Fans didn't boo or cheer, they didn't care. His title reign was forgettable. Within a year, he was teaming with Dolph Ziggler in comedy segments. A world champion turned background character. A wasted push. That never should have happened. John Cena, 2012, the face who didn't need it.
Yeah, that Jack Swagger, yeah, he was this... Yeah, I think they should have went with, like, somebody else in that match. Like, when I did my WrestleMania 26 review, I said that they should have went with Christian Cage, or Christian. They should have went with him that year, because he couldn't got involved with the whole Edge and Chris Jericho feud. There were, like, so many other names that they could have went with, but they went with Jack Swagger. It made no sense, but yeah, moving on here.
Cena didn't need Mitb. He was the main event, the biggest star in the company.
Yeah, Cena did not need the money.
So when he
in the
won
bank.
the briefcase in 2012, fans were confused. Even stranger, he announced his cash-in a week in advance against CM Punk on Raw 1000. There was no surprise, no drama, just a regular match.
Yeah, that was the baby
Cena lost, the first person ever to fail a cash-in. WWE stripped the briefcase of its mystery, its danger, its magic. Cena walked away unharmed. But Mitb's legacy took a hit it never recovered from. Otis, 2020, the joke that fell flat.
Oh, Otis in 2020. Yeah, he should have never won. He ended up losing the briefcase to The Miz, and like, yeah. I mean, that whole Money in the Bank match from that year was this wild, you know, them climbing going to the corporate, going up the headquarters, which was wild. But yeah, Otis should have never won.
This was lovable. Fans cheered him in the early pandemic era. He was goofy, weird, and WWE thought that was enough. So they gave him the briefcase. In a bizarre cinematic match atop WWE HQ. He didn't even climb the ladder. The briefcase fell into his hands. No one believed he could be world champion, not even WWE. They had no plan, no direction. Soon, Otis lost the contract to The Miz. And Otis? He vanished from the main event scene. His Mitb win became a joke, an internet meme, a reminder that not every underdog story ends with glory. Damien Sandow, 2013, the genius who got buried. He was different. Smart, arrogant, entertaining. Damien Sandow was gaining momentum as the intellectual savior of the masses. When he won the briefcase, fans were cautiously optimistic. His cash-in was epic. He brutally attacked John Cena, delivered an incredible promo. It looked like he was about to arrive as a top-level villain. Then he lost. And that was it. No rematch, no redemption arc. WWE buried him. Within months, he was losing to everyone. His credibility, gone.
Yeah.
What could have been a breakout moment turned into a career death sentence. Sheamus, 2015, the crowd rejected him. He'd been champion before. But by 2015, Sheamus had lost his edge.
People did not want to see Sheamus
WWE tried to reboot him with a mohawk and beard beads. Fans weren't buying it. He won the briefcase, but the reactions were icy. Then came his cash-in on Roman Reigns, of all people, just minutes after Roman's emotional title win. The crowd exploded in boos. "You Look Stupid" became his new theme song. His reign was short, unmemorable, and forced. WWE tried to manufacture a villain, but instead created apathy. Braun Strowman, 2018, the monster who got muzzled.
Brother.
He was a beast. A
This
dominant
was pretty
wrecking
bad,
machine.
yeah.
Braun Strowman seemed like the perfect
Braun
MITB
Strowman
winner.
was
Fans
terrible.
believed he would destroy whoever held the title. But WWE booked him to fail. His cash-in match with Roman Reigns ended in a disqualification. No win, no title, no pay.
Yeah, it ended in a DQ. Terrible. Terrible. Right there. I mean, they wanted to protect Roman Reigns, but like, yeah, that was just bad.
Off. He didn't look like a monster. He looked
Not
like
at
a
all.
chump. WWE neutered one of their most over superstars, and Braun never fully recovered. Mr. Kennedy, 2007, the star who never was. He had the mic skills, the charisma. WWE was ready to crown him the future. Kennedy won MITB and
Yeah, I remember when Kennedy won in 07. Yeah, you know, I think it was like a few days later he lost to Edge because apparently Mr. Kennedy, he got injured, but the doctor, they misdiagnosed him, so he wasn't injured for that long. But then, you know, Edge ended up cashing in on Undertaker a few days later. So yeah, that was bad for Mr. Kennedy. I mean, it wasn't on their part; it's more on the doctor.
was reportedly set to become champion at WrestleMania, but fate had other plans. A misdiagnosed injury.
Yep.
WWE thought he'd be out for months, so they had him lose the briefcase to Edge, who then cashed in days later. Then the truth came out. Kennedy wasn't seriously hurt, but by then, it was too late. He fell out of favor, backstage heat mounted, and just like that, his main event run died before it began. The Miz, 2021, the champion nobody asked for. Otis won MITB. Miz stole it. Then WWE pulled a panic move. Miz cashed in on Drew McIntyre after an Elimination Chamber match. He won the title and lost it 8 days later. The reign felt like filler, like WWE just needed a quick plot twist. Miz deserved more, but the booking made him look like a paper champion.
They really
a pawn
did.
in someone
Yeah.
else's story. Brock Lesnar, 2019, the ultimate bait and switch. He wasn't even in the match. Brock
That just gives me. Oh, I hate Brock Lesnar winning this briefcase. He did not need it because he's a big enough draw without the briefcase. Like, yeah, that's just terrible that they put it on Brock Lesnar. Like, why? Why?
Lesnar ran in during the closing seconds of the 2019 MITB match, shoved Ali off the ladder, and grabbed the briefcase. No story, no build, no effort. WWE handed a golden opportunity, one that could have elevated Ali, Ricochet, or
Brock Lesnar is a walking Money in the Bank. Like, I mean, he just can get title shots wherever he wants to. So, yeah, I mean, and he was already an elevated superstar. They could have gave it to somebody else, but no, they decided to give it to Brock Lesnar. Terrible booking idea. Vince, what were you thinking back then?
Andrade to a part-timer. Lesnar made the briefcase look like a boombox. It was funny for a week, then annoying. His reign was short, empty, pointless.
Yep.
It felt like WWE was mocking the fans. Baron Corbin, 2017, the crash landing. He had momentum. He had the look. He was finally getting a big push. Then disaster. Baron Corbin cashed in on Jinder Mahal, but John Cena interfered. In 7 seconds, it was over. He failed. WWE immediately lost interest in him. His credibility tanked. He became a punchline. A man who couldn't even cash in properly.
Bad. That was really
And the
bad
worst
there.
part, it was avoidable. Alexa Bliss, 2022, failed attempt to return to the briefcase spotlight. While Alexa Bliss technically hasn't had a failed cash-in, her 2022 return to Money in the Bank was hyped as a comeback story. WWE promoted her heavily as a favorite, teasing a supernatural twist with her Lily gimmick. Fans expected her to either win or interfere dramatically. Instead, she was treated like a side character, barely getting any meaningful moments in the match. The eventual winner, Liv Morgan, overshadowed everyone, and Bliss was just another name in the shuffle. This wasn't a direct failed cash-in, but it was a wasted opportunity to reinvent a former champion who once successfully cashed in 2018. It showed that WWE had no clear direction for her despite her popularity, leaving fans wondering if her best days were behind her. RVD 2006, one of the rare announced cash-ins that worked but still backfired. Rob Van Dam was the first superstar to announce his cash-in advance, choosing to face John Cena at ECW One Night Stand 2006. The crowd was electric. RVD won the WWE Championship in front of a rabid ECW audience. It was everything fans wanted. But just weeks later, disaster struck.
Also, that crowd was just so hostile there to Cena. I remember watching this. They were all flipping him off, throwing toilet paper at John Cena. That was a really cool moment, you know, watching this as a kid. Like, oh wow, look at all this, look how hostile this ECW crowd was. They did not like Cena at all.
RVD was pulled over alongside Sabu with drugs in the car. WWE had no choice but to strip him of both the WWE and ECW championships. So while RVD's cash-in was technically a success, the aftermath destroyed his momentum. In a matter of days, he went from double champion to suspended and forgotten. WWE never trusted him with a top title again. This is a cautionary tale. Cash in how bad decisions outside the ring can ruin the biggest push of your life. Liv Morgan 2022 from high to low in weeks. Liv Morgan finally achieved her dream at Money in the Bank 2022, winning the briefcase and cashing in on Ronda Rousey the same night. Fans exploded with joy. It was an emotional, long-awaited moment. But WWE quickly botched her momentum. Her title reign was booked horribly. She won matches by fluke.
Yeah, this title reign that Liv Morgan had in 2022 was not that good. But ever since then, WWE has rebounded with Liv Morgan. Like, Leo, if you're watching this, they have rebounded with Liv Morgan. She's been doing some amazing work since then. But that reign in 2022 was atrocious.
Flukes or roll-ups and was constantly made to look weak. At Extreme Rules, she lost her title back to Ronda in a lopsided match, ending her reign in less than 100 days. Liv's cash-in moment was amazing, but WWE failed to follow through. She deserved a strong run, but creative made her look like a placeholder champion. A dream moment turned into a wasted opportunity. Which Mitb cash-in do you think was the worst? Would you add anyone else to the list? Comment below, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe for more wrestling stories that WWE would rather forget.
Yeah, so that was my reaction to this video. Let me know what you guys think was the worst Money in the Bank cash-ins, or worst Money in the Bank cash-ins or failed cash-in. Let me know. I think Otis was one of the worst ones in my opinion. Like, I agree with this list, but I want to know what you guys have to say about this list here, and what you guys want to see me react to coming up next. Because I'm going to be doing more reactions as well on my channel, so definitely stay tuned for that. But yeah, this is your boy Juggernaut saying peace out, and I will see you guys in my next video. So peace out, guys.